Considering that I hurt my back at work and I am now housebound, I have decided to do something that I've thought about doing for a while. I like to cook. A lot of people like to cook. A lot of people don't think they have the time to cook. A lot of people don't feel they have the amenities to cook. So I have a tiny kitchen. I know a lot of people have tiny kitchens. So let's cook in a tiny kitchen. I'm going to show you the way that my kitchen looks all the time. I haven't done anything to it. This is how it looks all the time. Nothing special. I've got a Kenmore hot plate. As you can see, my boyfriend recently cooked eggs this morning, so we're going to clean that. I've got a small coffee pot. I have a small oven. This is a Kenmore oven. It's an Oster oven. And lots of dirty dishes, as you can see here. I have no dishwasher. I have no stove. I have no conventional oven. I do have a full-size refrigerator, though, so that's nice. So what I'm going to do, I don't like to cook in a dirty kitchen, so I'm going to clean up this kitchen, and then I'm going to teach you guys how to make 4-ingredient macaroons. These are coconut macaroons. They're not the little sandwichy kind of macaroons. So I'm going to clean up this kitchen, and we'll get started. Okay, so now that my kitchen is clean, I'm going to start making my macaroons. One thing I do like about not having conventional kitchenware is that the counter space is very versatile. So we're going to start with 14 ounces, 1 bag of sweetened shredded coconut. We're going to put that in a bowl. Here I've got 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. We're going to use 7/8 of this can. So we're going to use a scant cup, 7/8 cup. All right, and we've also got some vanilla extract here. We're going to be using a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we've got 2 egg whites. I'll show you how to retrieve an egg white from an egg if you're not familiar with that. You're also going to need an electric mixer. If you don't have an electric mixer, you can use a traditional whisk, but it takes forever because we're going to whip these egg whites until they're frothy. So in order to get an egg white out of an egg, you want to crack it and not totally open it. So you want to make sure as not to include the yolk. And they do make apparatus for you to do this a little easier. If you want to do it in a different bowl, that's fine. And you just kind of gently switch the yolk back and forth between the shells. And you see the white falls out. So the next thing we're going to do is whip these 2 egg whites until they're frothy and have peaks. It's going to take a little while, which is why I highly suggest an electric mixer. And we'll come back in a few minutes and see what that looks like. Okay, here I have a scant cup of condensed milk. I like to use a dry measurer when doing this because it has a lot less surface area. It's a lot easier to scoop out all the residual. So I've got a scant cup of condensed milk, 1 bag, 14 ounces of sweetened shredded coconut, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract with a little extra for luck. I've got 2 whipped egg whites, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the whipped egg whites all in there, and we're going to fold. We're not going to stir, we're going to fold, because if you stir, you're going to take all of the air out of the egg whites, and your cookies are going to be kind of funky. This is what it looks like all folded together. It's all nice and sticky. Everything's bound together really well, and it smells amazing. So what I do is I take a pan. Here, I don't have a cookie sheet because my toaster oven is too small for a cookie sheet. So I have a pan, just a cake pan here. I line it with parchment paper. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'd like to because these can be messy. And I've got my oven set at 350, and we're going to, I can only fit maybe about 6 on here. You want to leave about a ½ inch worth of space for them to spread out. We're going to bake them for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. If you have a conventional oven, awesome. This one tends to run a little warm, so I'll probably do less than that. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and spoon, heaping nice tablespoon of our coconut mix. And we're going to just set it gently. We have our macaroons ready to go into our oven. All right, I'm going to set my time. I'm going to go half of 15 minutes because I do like to turn them in the middle because my oven runs a little warm on the back than it does in the front. And then, yeah, in 7 minutes we'll come back, see how they look. Kitty, Mr. Wrinkles loves you. Mr. Wrinkles loves a kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. So roughly 15 minutes later, and one turn, I have got 6 lovely looking macaroons. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let these cool off for a little bit. And then I am going to make some more. And I will repeat until I have all my macaroons. Those look great and they smell amazing. So have fun with this recipe. It's really, really good. And another thing you can do is dip them in chocolate if you want melted chocolate. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and good eating.